Hello everybody, welcome to the Project Princess. This week we are going to be making a keychain bag for AirPods. First things first, we're going to cut out a rectangle that is 4.5 by 7.5 inches. I am making several at a time. For one keychain bag you need 2 of these rectangles. I'm making 3 at a time, so I'm cutting out 6. Next thing you need to do is you need to cut out one piece of interfacing that's the same size as your rectangles for each of your keychain bags. So one of the sides of these rectangles is going to be your flap for your little bag, like the closure, how you keep your stuff inside. And so on the flap, I'm going to cut the corners by drawing 1-inch square and then cutting on the diagonal of that square in the corners. Next, I'm just going to press all of my fabric, and I'm going to press my interfacing to one of the sides of my fabric for the bag. Once you're done pressing, these are the pieces that you should have. They should have one rectangle piece that has interfacing on it and one that does not. Now we are going to sew your 2 rectangles together. Make sure right sides are facing each other, and make sure to leave a little gap open on the side so that you can flip it inside out. Once you're done sewing, I like to trim the corners of my fabric before I turn it inside out so that the corners can have an extra crispness to them once they're pressed and ironed out. Then once you've trimmed the corners, you're going to turn your bag inside out using that little opening that we left when we were sewing. I like to use a chopstick or like a pencil to help push the corners out completely to make sure they're extra crisp. Now you're going to quickly just press all of your bags really quick. It shouldn't be long. Once everything has been pressed, you are going to do a top stitch right along the bottom edge of your little keychain bag. and just repeat that for all 3 bags that you're making. Once you've top stitched along the bottom of it, you're going to quickly press your keychain bags so that they look like this. Then you are going to sew the buttonhole for the closure. And my biggest suggestion with buttonholes is to do so many practice runs before you do on the finished garment or whatever you're making, because it is so hard to seam rip buttonholes and it almost never goes perfectly the first time. So please do practice runs on a similar fabric for your buttonholes. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to use a seam ripper to open up your buttonholes so that the button can actually get through the fabric and hold your closure shut. Now we're going to get a piece of ribbon that's 2.5 inches long, and we're going to fold it in half and pin it in the top corner underneath that. Look at that. Do what I'm doing. Sorry, I didn't really know how to explain that, but if you can see what I'm doing, do that and make sure you pin it in place. Now we're going to top stitch the sides closed and also just top stitch on the flap of the bag to add some like decorative stitching cute thing. Next, I grabbed a chalk pencil and I drew a little dot through the buttonhole so that I would know where I need to sew my buttons on. Finally, the last thing I did is I just hand sewed some cute little pearl beads buttons on to finish up the closure. And once you're done with that, you're done with the bag, and I think they're super cute. Once I'd made sure that all the strings were trimmed, it was time for the final reveal, and this is what they looked like once they were all finished. I love these bags, they're so cute. I love Blue Game if you couldn't tell. But other than that, I think they're a great way to carry around your AirPods. They're a great way to use up scraps. If you're not interested in making one, but you're interested in having one, I'm selling them on my Etsy, so you should check that out. I'll leave a link in the description below. so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out the rest of the videos on my channel. Hope to see you next week. Have a great day.